the organizing committee members and all the participants here. I extend a warm welcome to you for the first session, morning session of the day 3 of online faculty development program on academic writing. We have with us the speaker of the day, Dr. Pandian from Christ University, Bangalore. Professor is a program coordinator for BTech Robotics and Mechatronics, and he is serving as a professor of mechanical and automobile engineering in Christ University, Bangalore. And he has completed his BE Mechanical Engineering from Madhuraj Kamaraj University, MTech Industrial Engineering from NIT 3G, and he has received 2 Best Proficiency Award for securing the first rank in the 4 semesters of his master's course. And he has done MBA also from Alagappa University, Karaikudi, and PhD in Mechanical Engineering from Anna University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Professor has got 21 years of experience in academics, research, and administration in various engineering colleges and university. And he is known for his scholastic acumen and student-friendly approach while teaching the subjects related to a unique combination of pedagogy and teaching learning methodologies. He is an enthusiastic participant at various international and national conferences, FDPs, short-term training programs, seminars, workshops, etc. around the globe, and also he has presented his research work in various platforms, and he has participated over more than 150 international and national conferences, seminars, and workshops. Professor has got 35 publications in the reputed SCA Scoopers UGC recognized peer-reviewed international journals, and he has presented his research in more than 32 international conferences and 13 national conferences. Professor has delivered 52 guest lectures in the various technical and management topics, and he is a well-known resource person for delivering the global webinars FDPs in recent advanced topics. He got granted 5 Australian government IP Australia innovation patents, and 3 Indian patents are published. Professor was also granted 2 Indian copyrights to his credit. He has completed 35 massive open online courses from leading top universities in the globe. He has guided 1 PhD scholar in the field of high-speed hard machining, and at present he is guiding a PhD scholar in the area of application of additive manufacturing and medical implants at Christ University, University, Bangalore. He is the recipient of 15 esteemed awards that includes Awards of Excellence in Research 2021, Best Faculty and Researcher in Mechanical Engineering, Republic Day Achievers Award 2018 from Integrated Intelligent Research, Chennai, IAST Excellence in Teaching and Research Award 2017, Best Faculty Award 2016, Teacher Achievement Award 2014, etc. Also, he received Best Paper Presentation Award and Best Poster Award in 4 international conferences. He is a member of editorial board in 5 peer-reviewed international journals and editor-in-chief for International Journal of Advanced Research in Management, Engineering, and Technology. He is an active member of several different professional bodies like IEEE Robotics and Automation Society, Indian Society of Technical Education, Indian Society of Systems for Science and Engineering, Institute of Engineers India, the Council of Engineering Technology India, Fellow of Indian Society of Mechanical Engineering, and also is a dynamic member of Indian Institution of Production Engineers and SAE India. With this brief introduction, I extend a hearty welcome to the professor for his talk on writing review papers. Professor, over to you, Professor. A warm welcome to you once again.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Am I audible now, Professor?
Yes, sir, you are very much audible.
Someone
yes,
can
sir.
please back me up.
Yes, sir, you are audible,
Audible?
sir. Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Dr. Sujit, sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Hello. Can someone please back me up? Dr. Anil Melvin, can you hear me? Am I audible? Okay. Someone they said yes. Thank you. Thank you, Pooja Vinash, for your quick, swift response. Okay, with your permission, I would like to share the screen. Right. Yes. I'm going to share my desktop. Someone please back me up. Can you see my desktop? Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. So first of all, I would like to take apology from you because I joined a little late. I had another meeting. I just now postponed the meeting to some other time. So welcome back to the pleasant morning today. Today we will be having a very interesting and very interactive session. All right. So here at the end of the session, I am requesting all the participants to ask more questions. So rather me just telling what I know about writing a review paper, it is up to you to take things from me. So I like receiving more numbers of questions at the end of the session. So in between, if you have any doubt, you please make a note in your notebook, or you can note it in your mobile or tab or laptop, and we will have a fruitful discussion at the end of the session. Okay, right. So coming to the point, first of all, I would like to thank my dear friend, Mr. Anil Melvin Rego, so who connected me with this St. Joseph Engineering College, right? So I'm very happy to be a part of this 5 days online FDP program and academic writing, right? So here in academic writing, can anyone please come in chat box and text what are the different types of paper you people can write, being a research scholar, being a student, being a faculty. So now we will be discussing about review papers, right? So what are the different types or nature of the article that we can publish in a journal? Can anyone please come in chat box and give your valuable points? Anyone? So because before me, taking it forward, I want to know the pulse of my audience. Yes, thank you, Vincent. A research article. Yes, all research articles will be published in the journal. Very nice. So other than Mr. Vincent, yeah, systematic reviews. Okay, analytical research paper. Yeah, conceptual papers, case studies, review paper, research article, short communication. Yes, rightly said by Dean sir. Yes, case reports, book reviews, meta-analysis, conceptual papers, SLR, meta-analysis. Yes, yes, yes. Now I could, take some input from my audience. Now I understand. Editorial comments. Very true, very true. Narratives can be published in a journal. Yes, true, true. Yes. Any other input? We will wait for 2 more comments. Can you please, I repeat, can you please text in chat box what are the different types of articles that can be published in a journal? Journal might be a national journal or it might be an international journal. It may be an online journal or it may be a print version. Other than this book review, case reports, there are some more. Yes, scoping reviews, review article. Yes, yes. So I understand, I appreciate the presence of mind of Etika Singh, right? So Kaini, she said, scoping reviews, meta-analysis, okay. So we have many types of, the review articles that can be published in the journal, right? So here, I could categorize the journal publication into many vertical, rightly said by you. Someone, they said review papers, case studies you can publish. You can analytical experimental results can be discussed in the journal or can be published in the journal. And your real research work with the experimental validation that can be published. And some people may think that, writing a review paper, it is as simple as possible, right? Rather than, publishing experimental work. So here I differ little. So most of the people, they think that writing a review paper is very simple actually, right? So what you're going to do, you're not going to do any experimental work. You're not going to validate anything. You're not going to take, any numbers of giving input and processing and taking output. You are not going to analyze nothing. So you are not going to analyze anything. So hence you are going to writing a review paper. It is the simplest task. My dear friends, I will let you know. So actually, it is a myth. Writing a review paper, it is not as simple as that, and it has to be, taken utmost care. I understand in this participants of 158 numbers, many of the people are from, might be a student, might be a research scholar, and few faculty members are process may be available or maybe looking at this session. So here, writing a review paper, I will make you as simple as possible. At the end of the session, you will feel, you will have a confidence in writing a review paper. Because, see, after you register your PhD in any of the top educational institutions, the first and foremost thing they will ask you to go for literature survey. It means you have to collect all the literature papers relevant to your topic, and you have to categorize. So that is the literature survey. So in the process of literature survey, you might be having, for example, you might have downloaded 100 papers, right? And all 100 papers, you will not read actually. I'm telling the practicality. You will not read all 100 papers. So how will you download a paper? Just you will read the title, then you will read the abstract, then you will go and read the conclusion. And in the conclusion and an abstract, if you find what you want or which you are looking for, if it is available, then you will download the paper. So this is how normally people will do that. Okay. So here, this is the process number one, literature survey. Upon downloading all 100 papers, you will not read all 100, but you will categorize in the different verticals. Then you have to go for literature review. In the process of literature review, you will do three things. Number one, you will understand what is all about the particular technical paper. So what is gone through the paper, right? Because the review article might be an outcome of either 2 years or 3 years work of somebody's experimental work, any research article. The 3 years work, we are publishing it in 6 to 8 pages or 10 to 12 pages, right? So then you have to go for literature review. In the review, you will understand what is gone through, and you will get the inference of the paper, right? What is all about that particular paper? And you will try to find out the research gap, right? You will try to find out the research gap in that paper. And finding out the research gap and taking the inference, not just copying the conclusion. Taking the inference is called writing a review about the paper. I think you got the point. So literature review is nothing but understanding about the paper, then finding the research gap in the paper. Some paper, in some parameters, some authors, they kept as constant. But you can vary that particular parameter, and you can do the process, and you can get the output, and that output can be compared with the existing paper. Then you can claim that, yes, this process gives 2% improvement or 5% improvement. Likewise, you can do that. So that is called review, right? So writing a review paper, it is more or less, I will make you as easy, right? So the research scholars or students, if they want to read 10 papers in the same vertical. For example, I am into high-speed machining. In high-speed machining, if students want to read 10 different papers by 10 different authors, instead of reading 10 different papers, it is enough to read only one review article that represents all 10 papers in the same domain. I think you got the point. Are you getting my point, my dear participants? See, the main impact of the review paper is to avoid referring so many papers, right? Avoid referring so many papers. You can read only one review article or only one review journal. So thank you, Neetu and Atom Prakash. Right. So writing such one paper comprising, analyzing all 10 or 12 papers together, you have to be, a little cautious. You must understand all 10 papers first. You should analyze all 10 papers second. You should take the gap of research or research gap from all 10 papers, that is third. Then you have to collate all the information which you have taken as a single information. So this is how we have to write a review paper. So in general, I have said what is all about writing a review paper. Now, my first question, curious question to my participants, right? Say, why you want to publish a paper? What is your personal reason for publishing your research article in journal? Right? What is your personal reason for publishing a research article in journal? So I will copy and paste this message in our chat box. Right? Can someone tell me, can you see that? Yes. You just click www.menti.com, right? And you can use the code 34381699. And you can give your reason. I repeat, my dear friends, what is your personal reason for publishing a research article in a journal? Can someone respond to me? Can you see the text message in the chat box? Can someone say, unmute and say yes? Thank you. Okay, the name of the company is Lenovo. Yeah, thank you, Mr. KR. Yeah, thank you, Mr. KR. Yes. Can you click that hyperlink, www.menti.com? And you will be taken to one landing page in which the question would be asked, what are your personal reasons for publishing your research article in journal? Just you type 34838169. 34381699. I think you people are doing that. Let me open up and check. Yes, give me a minute. Yes. So let me show you your responses. So I'm going to present the same. Yes. Can you see the your responses? Can someone come in chat box and tell me yes, no? Yes, I'm getting more responses. Can anyone text me in chat box? Can you see the screen? There are 19 people, they responded. So one, can anyone please text me, my dear participants in chat box? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Can you see the screen, please?
Yes, sir. We can see the screen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So now, yes. So I got so many responses. Really, it is wonderful, wonderful to see that all responses. So someone they said that, okay, to add in thesis. Someone they said formulate. Oh, I'm getting so many responses. Really, you made my day. I got 30, participants they responded out of 178. Really good, good, good. So we'll see one by one about your reasons. 1 second, let me pull out the screen because how to move this, I don't know. 1 second, give me a minute. Let me close this chat box. Okay, right. Someone they said number one, personal growth, right? And second point you said to get good paper published and publish innovative ideas, formulate research problem, shape up teaching skill. A very nice, interesting point. To survive in profession. I really like that the openness of the particular participant. Really like and appreciate. To survive in profession, you have to publish paper. Okay, correct. Someone they said, PhD. Someone they said personal growth. and someone they said avoid patenting. Okay, so patent is a different topic of discussion, right? So avoid patenting. Then someone they said recognition, right? Then someone they said something else different. One second. We'll wait for two more responses. Yes, yes, yeah, correct, true, yes, yes. And very interesting is someone they said, knowledge sharing. Then personal growth for thesis approval to be get attended. Introduce new technology. Someone they said output. Someone they said improve to improve skills. Someone they said passion. Yes, and another 8 more people. To be an innovator, sharing your innovation, knowledge, appraisal. I think a few of my faculty members, colleagues are attending this. They, for Christ University faculty members, appraisal is nearing. So those courses might have given this answer, appraisal. Yeah. Knowledge sharing, PhD requirement. Yes. So if you want to publish your paper, it is one of the prerequisites for submitting your thesis of your research work. Then someone they said better value, appraisal, personal growth, to be get patented, to get good paper published, promote career growth, introduce new technology, PhD, recognition, learning more, good research. So really, I'm very happy to see all these responses. Really, you did wonderful work. So the special congratulations goes to all the participants. So I can see here there are 39 participants. You have given your valuable, the reasons for publishing your research article in journal. Might be you take for around 120 plus 150 reasons I could see. Again, another 3 more reasons came, right? To gain knowledge, academic growth, academic mandate, right? So even though you have said 120 reasons, my dear friends, right? So let me check the actual thing. If you want to get article journal, point number. Okay. So all very non-government agencies. You want post or receiving grant of 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs. So if you are of the PA, so in principal investigation, the article like connect your someone.
What? There is a distance. Now there is a disturbance in the noise, disturbance in the voice.
Then you have class. And they will check. For example, your campus. Obviously, we
Sorry to disturb.
any information or prior knowledge of that will paper public, right? So to funding paper, some of our friends discussion they said,
Sir, am I audible?
or promotions, yes, again you have to publish your paper. For promotions also, you must kept publish. So you got the new funding to the Also, you got promotion. Even you got promotion. So you of relation. For example, I want to say, immediately, Dr.
Am I audible? Sir,
Time, recognize authority discrimination. Will always funding promote also.
sir, 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 am I audible,
One
sir?
second.
Sir, can you reconnect your audio because it is breaking, voice is breaking, sir. Hello? 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 Sir, you hello, sir?
Professor, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, now
Oh, thank you very much. I think some technical glitches. Yes, thank you, Anton. Yeah, yes. So with your permission, I would like to share the screen once again. With your permission, yes. Yeah, here we go. So initially, we were discussing about what are the various personal reasons for publishing your research article or any article in journal. So we have received more than 150 reasons. Really, it was overwhelming response from the participants. So even though you have those 150 reasons of publishing your papers in journal, here I have listed few reasons. Number one is PhD degree. So obviously, publishing your research article in a well-reputed journal is a mandate to get your PhD degree, right? To get your PhD degree, you must publish your research article, not only research article, any article in a reputed journal, number one. Okay, right. A few faculty members, they are already, got PhD. Now they are attending the particular, our webinar as a participants. So for them, even after getting PhD, again, still, why they want to publish their paper? Second one is funding, to get funding. So you will not stop publishing paper after getting PhD. No, right? To apply for a grant, you have to submit a proposal. In submitting a proposal, there is one dedicated column of PI profile, Principal Investigator's profile. In that profile, your journal must reflect. For example, one of the pros, for example, you take Anil Melvin Rego. Just Anil Melvin Rego, he got PhD in management in Six Sigma concept. He want to implement Six Sigma concept in leading one small scale industry. For that, he want to get a fund from AICTE, right? So he is applying for that fund for a project of implementation of Six Sigma. So in that, the moment when he apply for funding by submitting a proposal, the scrutiny committee will check whether Mr. Anil Melvin has recently published any journal article in Six Sigma. That they will check. Yes, if he has published recently 3 or 4 numbers of Six Sigma papers in well-reputed journal, then they will call Mr. Anil for final defense. Then he will go and defend this proposal and he will get funding, right? So hence Mr. Anil has to publish papers even after getting his PhD degree. That is point number 2. Yes, Mr. Anil, he got PhD degree and he got funding from AICT for 30 lakhs. Still, he must publish paper because he must get promotion. Right, as rightly said by some of our faculty members in the chat box, to get promotions, you must publish paper. That is very, very important. The number of publications, that depends on the nature of the organization. Some university may say 3 papers in a year. Some university may say 2 is sufficient or 4 is required. Likewise, to get promotion, Dr. Anil want to publish paper. That is reason number 3. So he got PhD, he got funding for 30 lakhs of Six Sigma, and he got promotion as a professor. Still, he will publish paper. You know why? To get reputation. To get reputation, Mr. Anil, he will keep on publishing paper. So, for example, after 10 years of publication of his papers and research outcome as Six Sigma in leading a journal paper, after 10 to 15 years, he will become an authority in Six Sigma. So he want to gain reputation. Hence, he want to publish papers in journal. That is the reason number 4. And reason number 5, okay, he got reputation also. And he want to convert his brainchild, all his ideas, thought process, intellectual properties into a legality by means of going to a patent, right? So I have listed only 5 reasons here, right? So out of these 5 reasons, you have listed more than 140 or 150 reasons for publication of your article in journal. But my dear friends, this will be the the final the statement from my end. Whatever may be the reason, right, my dear friends, whatever may be the reasons, editors, reviewers, and research community will not consider any of your reasons when they assess your work. I think, are you getting my point, my dear friends? Can someone put it in chat box? Did you get my point? Whatever may be your reason, researchers will not consider none of your 150 reasons. Whether you want to get PhD, whether you want to get funding, whether you want to have promotion, they never ever consider any of the reason. You know why? So I am a chief and editor for 3 journals. I am a reviewer for more than 1 dozen of journals. We never ever consider these reasons. We consider only one thing. Can anyone put it in chat box? What is that thing? Can anyone put it in chat box? What we will consider? Neetu ma'am, yes, they said yes. Yes, quality of article. Our dean is always correct. Quality of manuscript. Not only quality of work, Mr. Rohan Pinto, quality of work might be, the ultimate quality or the best quality. But how you are going to convert the quality work in black and white on paper? Yes. Novelty, quality, originality, all T, we will take it. They will rightly consider, rightly said by our Dr. Sudhir, our dean sir, they will consider only quality manuscript or quality article. That is what we are looking for as a reviewers, as a editorial board members. Okay. So whatever may be the reason we discussed for last 10 minutes, they never ever consider. Okay. Now, so here in this entire, session 1, we are going to have 3 different verticals of, discussion. Number 1 discussion, how to write a logical manuscript, rightly said by Dr. Sudhir sir. So logical manuscript plays a vital role. That is the only thing we will consider for approval of your journal. And second part, so how to publish. You have written a logical manuscript, you have written an article, you have written a paper, but where to publish? That's very important. You cannot publish Six Sigma paper, Six Sigma article in artificial intelligence. or you cannot, publish artificial intelligence article in biology science. Okay, so you have an umpty number of journals in so many vertical. So in second part of our discussion, we will discuss after writing logical manuscript, where to publish. And third one, how to publish. My dear friends, this is what we are going to discuss. I think, do you understand what is our flow of discussion, not presentation? First, we will discuss how to write a logical manuscript. And secondly, we will discuss where to publish your manuscript. And third one, how to publish your manuscript. That is what. At the end of the session, I want to have minimum 10 to 20 questions, minimum. You have to keep on asking me the questions. Then only I'll be very happy. Okay. Now, coming to the discussion. So the first phase, we are going to connect all the dots, right? Past, present, and future. That is what. Okay. Now, so how to write a logical manuscript, right? So before that, you must know what is to be published. You cannot publish all things that comes in your mind. Some of our friends, they said in the discussion forum, so their ideas, their case studies, and even their experimental work and their research field, all those articles can be published, but that must be a new one. That must be an original one. It means we cannot publish the results of others. That will be allowed to publish it. But in writing a review article, my dear friends, please listen. In writing a review article, you cannot just copy paste the content of an article from one author to your review paper. That you must always avoid. Just copying the content, copying the entire text, entire paragraph, entire formula. Formula cannot be modified, right? You should not copy the entire results and their scientific method, but you can highlight it in the introduction part. And here, what you cannot publish, outdated work you cannot publish, and duplication of work that is already published cannot be published, and irrelevant, incorrect, or incorrect conclusions, which is not at all supported by any data, cannot be published. So for that, we must have a strong manuscript to present our contribution to the scientific community. Why we are publishing, whatever you found, you are, disclosing to the remaining part of the world, point number one. And second one, you have a separate audience, like a novel writer, right? Novel authors, the writers will have many, fans who reads their novel regularly, right? So some writers, they will write novel for their audience alone. So likewise, you will be publishing your paper for your audience in that scientific, community, right? So rightly said by Dr. Sudhir sir, which is called a strong manuscript. So you should have a very good content. The moment when you write a review article, your content must be very, very clear. In terms of scope of your article, in terms of quality of your article, someone rightly said in our discussion, novelty and exciting. So the reader who reads your manuscript, who reads your paper must get excitement. Oh, Mr. Darshan has neatly written a review article on data analysis. This kind of articulations I never ever read in any of the paper. Likewise, the audience or the reader has to have an excitement, right? And for example, you take, I will take some other, Hari Vinod sir. And Hari Vinod sir has published a paper which has a fantastic novelty and research concept in that particular paper. So likewise, the reader has to appreciate you. And for example, you take one Mr. Abjit. Abjit has written beautifully a paper, and that has a great scope of learning. So likewise, the reader, the research community has to appreciate your review paper. So your review paper must have these 4 qualities of scope, quality, novelty, and excitement. That is how you have to collate all the different, concepts into a single paper. And second one is called good presentation. Here I mean the articulation of your statements. That is what I call it as presentation. For example, the connectivity between the chapters, connectivity between introduction, research methodology, experimental work, so and the results and conclusion discussion. So the connectivity between the chapters must be very clear, right? Without any ambiguous, we should be in a position to write the manuscript. So that manuscript is called a strong manuscript, and it must be logically constructed, right? So when you make the good content and good presentation in your writing review of paper, the reviewers or the editors or chief and editors like me will quickly grasp the idea of your writing, right? We will quickly grasp your idea and we will accept your paper immediately. So upon we accept your papers, we will submit our review comments for more clarity. Okay, so rightly said by Dr. Our Dean sir, right? So we must have our Sudhir sir, we must have good content and good presentation. Now, coming to the next point. So here, before we write, what are the informations we should gather? That's very important. So before you write any review article, right? So you should have gather some information, right? So that is not your actual work. My dear friends, please remember, you are not going to write your research article. Research article means what is your objective, the tools, methods, process, procedures you are going to use to obtain or to achieve your objectives. Everything and you have a experimental setup, and you have a data, and you can collage data, and you will interpret data, and you can easily publish data. That is different case. But in writing a review article, before writing a review article, we must have some, we should gather some key information. And number one, find out what topics are more exciting in terms of your field. For example, if you want to write a review article on data analytics or computer science or even high-speed machining, thermal design management, or tribology, you select your topic. In your topic, what is more exciting? That you can find it in these websites. I will share this PPT with your Dean sir. You can collect this PPT from sir, right? And you can go through these three websites. All these three websites are renowned authentic websites. Top 25 sciencedirect.com, scopus.com, altmetric.com. So when you go to those websites, you will find what are the current topics that has the excitement of writing a review paper. Then we should find the trend in your subject area. For example, mechanical means hard machining, or even material science, or in composite materials, or even thermal science, right? So in your research area, you have to collect all advanced informations by referring many journal papers. That's very important. So those informations we should gather as key information before writing any review article, right? Then comes, you should, before writing before writing an article, you must select the journal in which your review article will be published. Are you getting my point, my dear participants? Can anyone come in chat box and say, hi, sir, or yes, sir? Thank you. Thank you, Sujit, sir. Yes, yes. See, writing a review article, it is a tough job, and you have spent your time, whole time and energy you have spent, and your manuscript is ready. You cannot just like that publish that manuscript in any of the journal. So before writing, you should refer in which journal my paper is going to get published. For that, you should take care of impact factor of the journal, and even SJR, SNI, you please kindly check, H-index, and even Scopus status. Now we came across Q1, Q2 journals, over and above Scopus, over and above SCI, SCIX, extended SCIE, Then Q1, Q2. We talk about Q1, Q2. So in which journal your article has to be published? So these informations we have to gather before writing review article. I think all of you people got it. No? Now, so you should be an effective communicator, especially when you write a review article, right? A review journal or review article. You must be an effective communicator. So how can you become an effective communicator? It is like, three sides of a triangle. So you must have a efficient publication strategy. And here I would like to know, I used two words here. One is effective, another one is efficient. Can any one of you in this forum as a participant, can you differentiate between these two words? Effectiveness and efficiency. Very quickly, we will spend only 10 to 20 seconds for that. Is both are same or different? That is my first question. Is effective and efficient, both are same or different? Can you please kindly put it in chat box? Different or same? I want these two. Palmanidar, yes, effective means it must be valuable. Okay. I got the answer. Yeah, you said, different. Okay. Abinya, yeah, said both are different. Yes, Vincent also and Akhilesh, yes. Yes, correct, you are correct. Both are different. What is the difference? Yes. Krishna Rana, yes, you are correct. Both are different. Even Vijayalakshmi ma'am, yes, you are very, very true and correct. Right? Both are different. What is the difference? What is the difference? Or what do you mean by effective? What do you mean by efficient? So effective means on time. Akshita Jain. Okay. Understand. Efficient means implication must be novel. Okay. Okay. And I understand one strategy from told me there. If you can't convince, just you simply confuse. That would be a nice strategy. Okay. Pankaj Kumar said novel. Yes. Okay. Okay. Efficient, Vincent Krasta is telling efficient means achieving maximum productivity. Okay. Akshita Jain, yes. Efficient means optimum utilization with less, yes, abnormal loss. Efficient means utilizing properly. Sumiran, yes. Sumiran Mageshwari, yes, madam. Yeah, correct. And Pankaj Kumar, yes, utility. Yes, in a single, like a punch dialogue, he said, utility. That's the difference between effectiveness and efficient. Okay, coming to the point. See, when you ask me, sir, you please tell the difference between effective and efficient. Yes, someone they said, Sripura, effective means impactful. Uma ma'am, she said effective means make clear understanding of our work to outside world. Very true, very true. Efficient means comprehensive, true. Non-obvious. Yes, it is not obvious, non-obvious. Yes. Knowing to publish where you will be read ABCD cited. Okay, Neetu Brado. Okay, my dear friends, whatever you said in chat box, that is absolutely correct. But I differ between effectiveness and efficient. See, effective means doing the right thing. Efficient means doing things rightly. Are you agree with me? Doing right things and doing things rightly. Can you please comment chat box? One or two members, do you understand? Doing right thing is different. Doing things rightly is different. On strategy, we do things rightly. That is called efficient. So effective communicator means we have to do only right thing only. We have to always do right thing. That is called effective. Doing things rightly is nothing but efficient. I think my dear friends in the participants list may appreciate me and accept my statement. So here we should be an effective communicator. For that, you should have an efficient publication strategy and successful journal submission. And over and above, you must have a logical manuscript. Right? So our goal is not only to be published, but also to be widely read in your domain. Right? So we will see one by one. So for effective publication, language is very important. Right? So the moment when you write a review paper, right? Not only a research article, the moment when you write a review paper, language is very, very important, my dear friends. Because after you submitting your review articles to the journal, it will go to the chief and editor first, to me first. I will assign that paper to editor. Editor will assign paper to reviewer. Reviewer will go through your paper, right? And here, unless otherwise, your reviewer are happy by reading your abstract, then they will give yes, paper is accepted with the following modification. If they could not understand what you want to communicate, then summarily they will reject your article, my dear friend. Okay. So, for example, I have given some quote. One of my reviewer in my journal, I'm running a journal, international journal, right? So one of my reviewer has given a comment like this: paper fell below my threshold. I refuse to spend time trying to understand what the author is trying to say. Besides, I really want to send a message that authors cannot submit a substandard paper to us to expect to be fixed. We cannot fix it. See, the normal rule of thumb is if there are more than 6 grammatical errors in an abstract, summarily they will reject your paper. My dear friends, hence the language is very, very important, right? I think you will agree with my point. So language means what? It's not only in English, it is a communicative language. We call it as scientific language. So whenever you write your review paper, my dear friends, you must have these 4 things in your mind. Because you are going to collect information from 10 papers, right? You are going to take information from 10 to 12 papers and you are going to present it as a single paper. I think you understand my concept. So in the process of collecting 10 different methods, 10 different input, 10 different output, 10 different tools, 10 different processes into a single paper, your paper must be a clear one. You should have a high clarity in your review paper. I think you got my point. And second one is objectivity. For example, in each paper, in each journal, the author will have either 2 or 3 objectives. If you collect 10 papers, you may have more than 30 objectives. But what is your objective in that review paper? That must be very clear. So the objectivity of your review paper must be very, very clear. And third one, you are going to compare all 10 papers, my dear friends. In the process of comparing all 10 papers may not be the same methodology, may not be the same input, may not be the same output. But you have to conclude out of this 10 paper, this process is suitable for this parameter optimization. Or this methodology can hold good or hold better, hold best for optimizing these parameters. Likewise, you have to conclude in your paper. For that, while comparing, you should not compromise on accuracy, right? So accuracy of your paper must be high and brevity must be good, right? So hence, I call it as scientific language is very important, especially to write a review article. And here I have given a few more points, which everybody knows. It is not a new one. So we should be very much, be cautious in sentence construction. You need not use had been, had, has been, not at all required. Use present, past, future. That's all enough. Use simple tenses in sentences formation. And please avoid inaccurate grammar and please avoid spelling mistake. In this, there are many softwares available, my dear friends, especially, the well-known URL of software, grammarly.com. The grammarly.com, everybody knows, I understand. The moment when you copy paste the content, yes. Thank you, Neetu Brado. Yeah, grammarly.com. So that will identify your spelling mistake, your grammatical mistake, sentence formation. There are so many paid softwares available to write a paper, right? To write a paper, there are so many softwares are available. And here I have given one more hyperlink from elsewhere. So they will give you a support for language editing. Whenever you write a review paper, they will give you a support for language editing services My dear friends, this is free of cost. Okay. So this I will share it with you. Don't worry. Now, so whatever we discussed, that is what I have given in the slide. So we have to write short sentences, right? And in a more profound way, right? And we have to avoid multiple statements in one statement or in one sentences, because that will confuse the reader. You should have only one, you have to take only one piece of ideas and you have to frame the sentence. Very simple. Okay, coming to the actual part. In a review paper, how the manuscript, right, rightly said by our dean sir, how it must be logically structured. It is very simple. Any review paper will have these 4 chapters. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, methods. Number 3, results. Number 4, discussion. Sir, how to write an introduction, sir? If you ask me, I will tell you to answer this question. Why did you do the study? When you answer this question, your introduction is done. Because while writing a review paper, you have to write an introduction by referring all 10, 12 authors. Right? So why you have to do the study? Then methods, what did you do? Rather, what did they do? For example, all 10 authors are 12 authors. So in our all analogy, we take 12 authors. 12 paper we are going to compare. All 12 authors, what did they did? What they have done it in their methodology. That we have to reflect on our second chapter methods. And third one, results. What do you mean by results? What they found. That is nothing but reflection of your result. And what do you mean by discussion? How they advance their field. That is nothing but discussion. So these 4 questions will give you to write a strong logical manuscript. Okay, my dear friends, this is an important slide. You can take a screenshot. So this is called hourglass model. Right? And we call it a king model of the entire skeleton of the paper, especially the review paper. So in any review paper, you will have a title. So 1 minute, let me check ballpoint pen. Yes. In any review paper, you will have a title. You know how to title your review paper? Your title must reflect on your action. What you have done in your paper, that must reflect in your title. And second one, abstract. And third one, introduction. And fourth one, the body of your review paper. Fifth one, your discussion. The last one, references, where you have referred all those papers. Right? So here some experts may say, even your professors may say, you have to write abstract first. But my dear friends, I strongly recommend you don't write abstract first. It will not come correct. In my personal opinion, I have published more than 40 plus SCA journals. I have written abstract as last. Don't worry. I will tell you how to write an abstract in another couple of minutes. Don't worry. Okay. So these, 6 verticals that will constitute the logical order of the paper. That's very important. So these are called the logical order of the papers. Now, so how to do all this title? Yes. So in this abstract, what you have to do? What did you do that is what we have to tell in a nutshell. For example, in review papers, one second, my dear friends, I got some chat box. Yes, body should be first. Yes, Neetu, correct. Okay. So in abstract, what should I write in abstract? Means like a trailer of a movie is nothing but an abstract. Okay. Now Triple R and even Beast has come, even KGF chapter 2 trailer has come. So it is all about the entire movie. They will run it in 30 to 40 seconds. So likewise, your 8 to 9 pages of your manuscript of review paper must reflect in 6 to 7 statements of your abstract. What you have done in that paper in a nutshell. So how to write an abstract, we will discuss, don't worry. And in introduction, how did you solve the problem? That is what. For example, there are 12 authors, they have published the paper in the same vertical. each author, how they solve the problem, that you will reflect in your introduction of your paper. And what type of materials, methods, process, tools they have used to solve the particular problem, that they have to reflect on it. And what they found must reflect in result. And what does it mean, that has to be discussed in discussion. And you can give acknowledgement, it is an optional one. Some authors might have acknowledged their institute for granting fund of 100 crore, 100 lakh or 10 lakh or 20 lakh. They would have given acknowledgement. And reference is very important. So the citations, that has to be reflected at last. Appendices is an optional based on the paper. Okay. Now, so very quickly, so 1 minute, let me quickly go through the title. You know how to name the paper, especially a review paper. You should not use abbreviations in title. That may lead to ambiguous, because whenever any scholar, any student, any scientist or someone in scientific community want to check the paper in Google, they will type the keywords in Google, right? So have the keywords, and it should not be look like a paragraph. Okay, so these are some of the points we should remember while titling your review paper. Okay, so because always first impression of your paper that comes with an abstract, right? So that will tell the reader what you did and what is the important finding of your journals in the abstract. Because you have collated 10 to 12 papers together, and you are going to save the time of the readers. Instead of studying 10 papers, it is enough to study only one paper of yours, review paper. So how you are going to tell your reader the important findings of your work of writing, or reviewing the paper or journals, that has to be reflected in abstract. It is like your advertisement, actually. So most of the time, the moment when you download the paper, when you click for download, it will show you an abstract. After reading the abstract only, you will come to a conclusion that should you download it or not. That is what you will come to a conclusion. So hence I say abstract is nothing but an advertisement for your article. And it should not be more than one paragraph, maximum 250 words. This and all by default one. And it must be very accurate, specific, clear, everything is done. So in your abstract, my dear friends, these 5 things must be reflected. Motivation, problem, solution, result, implication. That we will discuss in detail, don't worry. Okay, now this is another, interactive session. I would like to call for your input. Okay, my dear friends, can you please check your chat box? What are the informations on abstract should contain according to you in a review paper? My dear friends, I repeat, what are the informations an abstract should contain? Please check your chat box, my dear friends. I have given you the code, right? Yes. Can anyone say, did you receive the code in chat box? I need some confirmation. Any 1 or 2 friends? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Abinia, yes, thank you. Just you click menti.com and you can use the code 4511078. Okay, so I will take water. Please just click that and give your input, my dear. Yes, my dear friends, I came back. Let us check. With your permission, let me check it up. The status. Oh, last time there are 43 people they have given. This time let us check how many of our friends they have given the input. Yes, 1 second. Yes. Let me check it out. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. Let me please note it down. Yes. I'm going to the presenter mode. I'm going to present what you said. Yes, I'm presenting. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, I'm very, very happy to see. Oh, 31 people, they have already responded. Very nice. Wow. 32. 32. Wow, wow. Someone they said concise representation, brief conclusion, instruments used, overview of the paper, about the topic, keywords, research type, objective of the work, conclusion. Someone they said proposed work, background. Really, really, it has come up very nice points. Highlight of work, overall picture, area of study. Yes. Yeah. Someone they said major findings. Yeah. Conclusion, review topic. A summary of the body, methodology adopted. So many things, really, very interesting to see this, all answers. I'm very happy actually. So 39 people. Well-being, okay. Research gap, someone they rightly said research gap. A review topic, full story in brief. Someone they said digital transformation, methodology adopted, method, applications, concise analysis, problem identified, methodology used, scope of the journal. Someone they said scope of the journal, and area of study, summary of the body, summary, result summary, proposed work with the result, problem question, small introduction, conclusion, refinding, crux of the paper. I like that word, crux. No, crux of the paper, brief method, research type, with result, about the topic, the entire work in brief, summary of your body, digital transformation, scope of the journal, major points, solution to problems, problem identification, key points. So many. Oh, very nice. More than 41 people you have beautifully, beautifully given. Really, you made my day, right? So I am very happy to receive all these responses from my participants. So really, thank you very much, all my dear 43 participants, right? So I understand others also could give their input, but might be some technical glitches you might face to access this portal of menti.com. Okay, thank you very much. Now we will, with your permission, I'm going to proceed with our presentation, my dear friends. Yes. So these are the reasons, these are the points you should have it in an abstract. You are correct. So whatever you said, that all points are correct only. That is what I will say, all are correct to my knowledge. So here, your abstract must have these 4 points. Okay, so I told you that we have to write abstract at the last. That is what I said in the beginning. You might be heard from me. You know why? So first point, the purpose of your investigation must reflect in your abstract of review paper. Please understand, my dear friends, right? So what is the purpose of reviewing, writing a review article, right? So what is the purpose? What
that has to be written first. Where will you take that? You will take that from the introduction chapter, right? And in the second point of abstract, you will write the experimental design and methods used. My dear friends, I repeat, in your
There are 12 papers you are going to review. In that all 12 papers, all 12 authors might have used different design of experiment, different methods they would have used. So that has to be reflected in your abstract. That you have to take it from the methods chapter. And third statement of your abstract must be, what are your major findings? My dear friends, after reading 12 journal paper, right? After reading 12 journal papers, what are your major findings? That has to be reflected in abstract. Otherwise, the reader who reads your abstract may not get convinced, and he will not download your paper and he will not read further your paper, right? And what are the major findings, including key quantitative results and trends in the 12 papers? That has to be taken from result chapter, right? And finally, the fourth statement of your abstract of your review paper must contain a brief summary of your interpretation. You might have got 12 results, 12 conclusions from all 12 papers. But what is your interpretation and conclusion? That is very important. That must reflect in abstract. Can I get some response from my friends in chat box? Do you understand how to write an abstract now? So let me check. Yes, Neetu. Yes. Oh, Akshita, thank you very much. Wazim, Swarna Lakshmi. Yes. So that is why I said we must always write abstract at last. We have to write the chapters first. From each chapter, especially the review papers, I'm telling my dear friends, in all review papers, this is the way you have to construct your abstract. Okay. So I think, yes, people, you got it. Oh, thank you. Oh, someone, they said what they said. Let us, very informative. Oh, Akshita saying, thank you, Miss Akshita Jain. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah. But I'm expecting one question at the end of the session. Okay. Yeah. So this is how you have to write an abstract. Now, after abstract, what are you supposed to write, my dear friends? Introduction. See, writing an introduction for a research paper or experimental paper is entirely different from writing an introduction for a review paper. See, you have, it is like a funnel shape. You can see them, it is like a funnel shape. You have to introduce the topic of the relevance. It means, for example, you take mechanical engineering, you take hard machining. Regarding hard machining of Inconel 718, so many people, they would have done so many research. Now, in my introduction, I have to give the overall holistic perspective, right, of the relevance from the worldwide to the specialized audience. So that is how I have to start introducing about the topic, right? And I have to give what is the up-to-date study in that particular topic, especially writing a review paper, right? What is the up-to-date study that was done by 12 authors? And we have to very clearly, cite that particular updated studies. That is called what is known about the topic. Then third one, you have to write what is not known. That is nothing but problem, research gap, right? So by mentioning all these three, you have to write your specific aim. What is the aim of your paper? Out of the 12 journal papers, you are going to suggest your audience which method is the right method or optimum method that can be used to get the higher efficiency of outcome for the same problem. That is what your aim. So that has to be reflected in the introduction. Then comes in the introduction, I said, no, it is look like a funnel. When you answer all these 5 questions, you can complete your introduction. What is the problem? What are the existing solutions? That you know very well, right? In all 12 papers, someone they would have given you how to write a research gap. We will discuss at the last. So how to write a research gap is nothing but, see, for same problem, there are 12 authors, they would have addressed the problem in different way. Right. One author might kept some parameter as constant. Another author might have omitted that parameter. Another author might have kept that particular parameter as variable. So now here itself, we got 3 case studies. So in each cases, the end result will definitely will be a deferred one, right? So in that, instead of keeping it constant for this, by using this tool, if he would have varied the parameter, he would have got the better results. So that is called research gap. So he has kept the parameter as constant rather being variable. That is the gap. So in your introduction, you are going to reflect on this particular point and you will say author number 7 for same problem, for same parameter, he made it as a variable in the tool which they adopted. And he got a result. That result is 5% better than the author number 1. Is that clear, my dear friend? Who asked that question? What is your name? Amogavarsha. Amogavarsha. Is it clear? Yes, yes. Thank you, my dear. Yeah, thank you. Then, so when you answer these questions, you will always, complete your introduction chapter. Then comes, experimental section. What did you do? See, what you done in your review paper. So you collected all 12 papers and you studied, you understood everything. You imbibed the concept of all 12 papers. And what you have to do, you have to reproduce your findings. That is called methodology section. You have to build on your research. You have done all study of 12 papers, and the outcome of that study, outcome of that understanding, you have to reproduce your findings. And you have to evaluate your study design and you have to validate. This is called, experimental section of writing paper. So here, what are the points you should consider? I have given in a single slide. So what was used in study? All 12 papers. What kind of samples they used? What kind of materials they have used? How did they conduct the study? What are the different 12 methodology? Out of 12 authors, 4 to 5 authors might have used the same method. 7 might have used a different method, right? So what are the methods and techniques that they have discussed? And what are the specific conditions and boundary conditions or even controls or parameters they have done, right? So I think, do you understand what we have to do in methodology and experimental section? So all 12 papers, 12 authors, what type of samples they have, used, and what type of material they have used, everything we have to consider while writing our methodology chapter, right? Then comes the results. So this is very, very important. What have you found out of, reading all 12 papers? What you found? All 12 authors, they found so many things. The moment when you write a review paper, you must know what you found as an end result of reading and imbibing the concept of all 12 journal papers, right? The main findings, see, you need not give all main findings in your results. You can highlight the findings that differs from each author in various, previous publications. Sometimes you can, explain about some unexpected findings. So you might have not kept in your objective, but after reading the 12 papers, you will get some interesting findings. That also you can always write. And all your results must be like a statistical analysis in especially review paper. So I think you got my point. Can anyone come in chat box? So this is how you have to write results for your review paper. Anyone out of that 180. Yeah, thank you, Neetu. Yes, thank you very much. So this is how you have to write a results. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Kala sir. Thank you very much. Yeah. Then see how to make your readers to go through your findings in writing a review article. See, normally whenever we explain the comparative analysis in paragraph, that will not reach the audience well. Instead, if you put pictorial representation, parameters, So likewise, when you put pictorial representation, then obviously your reader can easily understand your findings. So one of the main objectives of writing a review article is to reader ease, in understanding the findings. That is the only reason to write the review article. Okay. So always refer your findings with the help of a pictorial representation at a time. Now comes a discussion, right? How your study contributes to the whole, these 3 points. So discussion, it is like a ulta of introduction. Introduction is like, funnel shape, major worldwide discussion and what is the need of an hour, what is the problem, what is the gap, and what is our aim. So that is like a funnel shape. So discussion is like a pyramid, right? How your studies of 12 different journal paper in writing a single review paper contributes. So here in your discussion, you have to do 3 things. Number 1, you have to summarize what you have studied. Then you have to interpret all your findings. And you have to say very clearly in your conclusion why it is very important and what are the implications. That you have to very clearly mention. Otherwise, your readers will get confused and even your reviewers may not accept your paper. I repeat, my dear friends, in your discussion, you have to summarize what you did. What kind of research you have done on those 12 papers. And you have to summarize the key findings of all 12 papers. And you have to interpret all your findings by means of similarities. In the 12 papers, 7 papers might be similar in the process. And 5 papers might be a different one, kind of a process parameters they would have adopted. So the similarities and differences and expected and unexpected, positive, negative, limitations, all things you have to, interpret. So you have to interpret all your findings in your discussion, right? And you have to give the main conclusion. My dear friends, did you understand how to write a discussion for your review paper? Anyone, my dear friends, out of that 191? Anyone? Yes, thank you, Kaini. Thank you very much. I take you as the representative. Yes, Umash, yes, thank you very much. Akshila, Jain, Uma, yes, thank you very much. So this is how you have to write your discussion, okay? Then comes, so whatever we discussed for the last 1 hour, right? I'm going to give you in a single slide. So how you are going to logically link all your review papers. There are 4 key questions to be answered. Number 1, why is the study need to be done? Why you want to write a review paper? Why? What is the need? Why you want to write a review paper? So the need must be mentioned. Then what you did, that has to be very clearly mentioned. Then what you found. Then how your study is going to help your reader. That's very, very important. That serves the purpose of writing a review paper, right? I think Dr. Anil Melvin will accept. Mr. Anil, are you there? You can come in the chat box and you can give your valuable point. So this is how, we are going to, or we should logically connect all our, the thought process or idea of writing a review paper. I repeat, my dear friends, why the study need to be done, why you want to write a review paper, and what you did, and what you found, and how your readers will get benefit out of it. That is what I have given in left-hand side. In right-hand side, what we discussed for the last 1.5 hours, very clearly I have given. Starting from topic, publication, objective, methods, results, summary, everything. Right? Now, so one part we completed. And second part, publication. Now the paper is ready. Review paper is ready now. It is with you. You put all your effort. Dr. Anil Melvin, he put all his effort. He wrote a review paper on the effective implementation of Six Sigma in medium scale industry during COVID-19 period. That was his review paper. So that was done by referring 12 or 12 papers across the globe. Dr. Anil Melvin has taken 2 papers from Germany, 2 papers from France, 2 papers from China, 2 papers from India, 2 papers from Japan, 2 papers from Australia. So he took all 12 papers and he reviewed the impact, implications of, Six Sigma concept during the COVID pandemic time in small scale industries. He put all his effort. The paper very nicely came up. But where Dr. Anil Melvin has to publish his paper, what is the strategy he has? That is what we are going to discuss now, the framework, right? So, my dear friends, I'm sorry I'm asking so many questions to you, but please bear with me. Yeah. Can you please give your valuable responses? I think publication spelling is wrong. P-I-O-N, typo error. Kindly bear with me. Yeah. Yes. Can you please check your chat box, my dear friends? What are the strategy for effective publication as per your point of view? You know how to write a strong logical manuscript of a review paper. I repeat, review paper, not experimental work. Review paper. Now your review paper is ready. What is the effective strategy you have to publish your paper in article? My dear friends, please click that menti.com, right? And type that number 20393769. Please type it and give your valuable input, because I want to know your pulse. What is all about how my audience are having an effective strategy for publication. I want to know. Please click that menti.com and you can use the code 20393769. I will wait for a minute, then we will have a discussion. I think people are keep on giving you valuable inputs. 1 second, with your permission, I would like to open up. Yes. 1 second, my dear friends. I don't know where is it went off. Forward. Yes. Yes, here it is. Got it. Yes. With your permission, I'm going to project the screen. Yes, already people they started giving. Yes. Wow, so many people, 18 people, they have given their input. Someone they said category of journal ABCD, select the publisher, correct. Results and data analysis, use journal finder, correct. That is the right strategy. Effective conclusions, journal guidelines, good research finding, view impact factor, very correct. And valid results, finding suitable journals, good citations. Sorry, my dear friends. Impact factor, novelty, originality, weightage of journal, very nice. Study scope of journal, referring researchers, good research finding, category of journal ABCD, select the publisher, good citation, a good work on current trends, comparative results, valid result. What are the strategy for use of one gentleman, he copied the same question. Okay, very nice. That is also nice. Frequency of publishing, select the publisher, your work, current trends, work on current trends, study scope of journal, SCA index. I got a very useful point. SCA indexing, usefulness, novelty, open access. Another point he got it. Open access. Very nice. Choose the right publisher, category of journal, results and data, good citations, weightage, clear, reliable publisher. Another valid point, reliable publisher. Someone they said area. study scope of journal, contribution to the field, valued results, what are the strategy for? Okay, we can, okay, good citation. Category publisher, yes, my dear friends. All are correct, my dear friends. I'm really, I'm very, very happy.
The response. Really, you are proved that you are wonderful participant, wonderful audience. You are not, disappointing the presenter.
Publication, view impact factors, comparative results, journal guidelines. Oh, impact factor, novelty, usefulness, clear abstract, referring researchers, informative and precise, reliable publishers, thorough literature search, publisher who connects with something, impact factor, citation, essay index. Okay, catching ideas, the effective paper, good work related to domain. Yes, another point. I got another point related to the domain. Okay, thank you all this 40 plus respondents. Really, I'm very, very happy, my dear friends. Very, very happy. Okay, with your permission, we are moving on to the actuals. Right? Yeah, very quickly, let me go. With your permission, I'm going to be a little quick. Please, if you have any doubt, please make a note. We will discuss at the end. So here, right, whatever you said, all are correct, my dear friends. We have to choose the appropriate journal, right? That is very, very important. And is it always to publish your paper in high impact factor? Not necessary, always. It is not at all necessary. You have to always look for highest superlative degree, highest impact factor. It is not at all always necessary, right? But where are the findings relevant? How much accessibility do you need? You want to publish your paper in open access or subscription mode, right? To whom you are going to, tell or give your papers, right? So sometime I personally recommend to publish papers in open access because of so many reasons. Number one, your paper will be published very quickly and your paper will be downloaded by so many people. Hence, you will get more citation. You will get more H index. So I strongly recommend to publish your papers in open access, but not, my dear friends, I repeat, not all open access are good journals. There are some spurious journals in open access. We must be away from those journals. Okay, my dear. Now, so here, see, I said, no, what is the benefit of open access? Immediately be published, you can download more, you will get copyright, it will be published quickly. Now, but not all open access journals are good journals. That is what I say, my dear friend. All open access journals are not good. So how to identify those spurious journals? It is always, easy to identify all those spurious journals. Number one, so you should look for always reputed publishers, right? You should always look for reputed publishers. And before publishing your paper, please go through the editorial board. You will find somebody, who is a well-known person in your own domain in the editorial board. So you should always go through your editorial board members before you publish your article in any of the journal. Then you can please go with your indexing. So whether it is indexed in Google Scholar or common database, and randomly check, click some of the journal that is already published in the current month or previous month, and randomly check. You might find some famous authors in your own domain. If you find some famous authors in your own domain, then you need not worry. You can always publish your article also in the same journal publications. Okay, so this is how I do that. So then I must tell you how to select the best journal for submission. So here I have given many links here. Okay, my dear. So here there is one link called elsewhere.com /authors/journals.authors. So here, when you give your keywords of your journals, and when you click search for the journal here, 1 second, I will take the ballpoint pen. Yeah. So you can always go to this website, and you can always give your keywords, or you can copy paste your title of the review paper. And when you click for search for journal, the elsewhere database will give you the right journal in which your article can be published. Elsewhere is a publisher. He has more than 100 plus journals, right? And in that 100 plus journal, which journal you can publish your article, that you can easily find, right? In that best journal submission. Okay. So this is one website. In which the another one is journal, journal suggestor .springer. That is elsewhere. This is Springer. Here also you can copy paste your manuscript title, and you can copy paste your abstract, and you can select your area. Then you can click suggest journal. The moment when you click suggest journal, this Springer.com, this also works with AI concept, artificial intelligence concept. That will give you the best journal in which you can publish your article. Okay, this is second method. Third one is everybody knows, Web of Science. Copy paste your keywords here and click search journal. The Web of Science will give you in which journal you can publish this article. So it is always advisable to publish your manuscript in a relevant journal. Then only you will get a weightage. So MJL, everybody knows that, no? Clarivate.com, you can go through this and you can select your journal. And someone, they had some confusions about ACA, SCAE, AHE. I think most of the participants, you know what do you mean by ACA. That is nothing but Science Citation Index. It was one of the oldest methods which we used from 1964 onwards by Mr. Clarivate Analytic, previously the IP of Science Business of Commerce and Food. So everybody knows this, the ACA. And the SCAE also, you know that it is expanded. Then comes the Web of Science core collections. All those journals you can easily publish. Now you can easily find your journals from this particular website, mjlclarivate.com, Web of Science. Okay. Then come, for example, if you are from Science and Humanities, not Science, Arts and Humanities. Sir, can you please suggest some journals that are genuine in nature? Then I strongly recommend you people to check with this database. Right? So the articles are, the name of the journals are very clearly given from A to Z. So here you can find all good journals of arts and humanities. Right? So someone, they said, repeat the previous slide. 1 second. Yes. In Web of Science, when you go to this website, when you give your manuscript title or keywords here, when you click search journal, this one, this Web of Science will give you list of journals in which you can publish your article. That will avoid publication of your journal in a wrong article. I think I cleared your doubts there. Is that clear, Mr. Krishmarana? Krishmarana, do you understand what I said? So these websites will give you a guidance of selecting the correct journals. Okay, thank you very much. So with your permission, I move into the next. Yes. So if someone asks me, sir, can you please suggest some good, well quality arts and humanities journal? Yes, I can give it. Someone, if you are from science and social science, so this is the website which gives hundreds and thousands of journals, which all journals are top rated journals in social and science, all quality journals that you can find from this website. Okay. Then the ESCA, everybody knows, right? Here also, this website will give you all recent cutting edge technology journals that is available. that you can find from this website. So how to select? It is very simple. So I recommend you, my dear friends, thinkchecksummit.org. Please go to this website. Think, check, submit. That will give you the best way of submitting your paper in the correct journal. So second part we completed. First part we completed how to write a strong manuscript. Second part we completed where to publish your journal. And the third part, how successfully we will submit our journal to the publisher. So it always starts with a covering letter. You must always write a covering letter to publish your, to submit your manuscript to the editorial board or to the publisher or to the journal paper. Your covering letter must contain these 5 points. You have to introduce your manuscript and why study is important, why your review paper is very important. And in the review paper, what you found. You have to introduce about your manuscript, why your review study is important, what you found in the review, and why it is suitable for in your journal publication. So you may have thousands and lakhs of journals. Why you want to publish your review article in this journal? And if you have any additional information, you can write it in the covering letter. And right hand side, you can see all are very self-explanatory. Manuscript title and article type. Manuscript title you have to give. Article type. What is article type? Review article. And brief background. Brief means 1 sentence. Research problem in name, 1 or 2 sentences. 1 sentence. 1 or 2 sentences in key findings. 1 sentence of conclusion enough. And interest to the readership. So what is the interest of the readers of your journal? That you have to reflect in your covering letter. Then that if you write it, when you include this in your covering letter, no, the editor or the reviewer or the publisher will be more interested to publish your journal, paper in this journal. Okay. Then comes, my dear friends, yeah, once again, yes, we must
publication ethics. So ethics is PO8. I think Mr. Anil Melvin sir will agree. Am I right, Anil sir? Ethics is PO8. Am I right, sir? I think sir will.
And he will endorse my answer. Yeah, so we must always, follow ethics. So in when you go for NB accreditation, PO8 that reflects with ethics. So we must follow some publication ethics, even though when we write a review paper. So that review paper must be unpublished, right? But we have collected information from the published paper only, and those are original. It is not submitted to any other paper. And you may have more than 1 authors. You all have to agree, right? And you should not have any conflict of interest. And you always mention the source of funding, if you have any funding. And authorship contribution, everything you have to very clearly follow with publication ethics. So this is about authorship, everybody knows. And this is very interesting slide. So peer review is a positive process. Don't think it as whenever I submit a paper, it is not yet published quickly, and reviewers are giving so many comments like that. Please don't make you down. No, you treat this review process as a positive process that improves your study and that really improves your manuscript, because it always ensures the relevant study to be published in the journal, right? And it always helps us in advancing our field. That is what I personally feel, right? So please take review process as a positive process. My dear friends, last 2 hours what we discussed, I am going to project it in a single slide. So author, you are going to submit a paper. 1 minute, I will take the ball pen. You are submitting a manuscript. That ends your work. Then it will come to me. Me is the editor. Based on the basic requirements, whether it meets the basic requirement or not, I will check. If no, summarily I will reject it. If yes, I will assign the reviewer. Then it will be going to the reviewer. He will evaluate and he will recommend with some comments. And he will then, with comments to the editor will make a decision. Either it has to be revised or it has to be published. If it has to be revised, the manuscript will be resent to the author again. Again, it will go to, it is like a cyclic process. This is how your review paper will make a journey in publication. So these are some of the references I have selected for preparing this entire 2 hours of the presentation. So I wholeheartedly thank these 8 the content references which helped me. So thank you very much, my dear friends. I think you have enjoyed my session. So I'm sorry for joining 5 minutes late because of my official reschedule. So I thank all my participants for their wonderful response, really. So whenever we ask any questions, you voluntarily came forward, either in chat box or in a Mentimeter. You have given a wonderful support to the presenter, and really you motivated me. You have done a wonderful job. I thank all the participants, and especially I thank my dear friend Anil, and as well as our Dean, Dr. Sudhir sir, for giving me an opportunity to share my experience and knowledge in this elite group of people. So thank you very much. Over to organizers, please.
Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful session. Let me summarize your presentation. Sir started with mentioning about the types of the articles and the reasons for publishing the research articles. Then quality of the article in terms of the editor's point of view, research community, and what are all its importance, sir has discussed, and the flow of discussion starting from how to write, where to publish, and how to publish is detailed throughout his presentation. And sir has emphasized the need for a strong manuscript is to present our contributions to the scientific community. Contents of the manuscript, scope, quality, and novelty and exciting parameters are very important. The presentation point of view, the manuscript must be clear and logically constructed. So as mentioned that gathering the key information, exciting topics, trends in the area, targeting the right journal, and knowing the more about the journal is very important. Not only publishing, giving the wide audience to our presentation is also very important. Sir has emphasized the need of the language in writing the review papers as a very important. Clarity, objectivity, accuracy, and brevity are the important parameters to be considered. Sir has suggested to avoid the common errors in writing the review papers. The logical manuscript structure, starting from the introduction, methods, results, and discussions. Sir has presented to us a very beautiful model, hourglass model, and the King's model structure. And in every component of the structure, sir has detailed about do's and the don'ts, and which was very, very informative to all of us. And sir has mentioned about the strategy that we have to adopt for the effective publications. Other than this, sir has given details on open access journals, how we can select the best journals in different with the publishers like Elsewhere, Springer, and Web of Science, how to communicate and publication ethics, and peer review is a positive process. That is a great message to all of us, which we can disseminate to others. And sir has, in the form of a flow chart, mentioned about the journey of the manuscript. Sir, wonderful presentation. Thank you for your
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
time. And I found it very, very interesting. All 180 participants are there from the beginning to the end, actively participating in all the poll questions. And you have kept the audience well intact. Very interesting in this morning.
Right.
Thank you very much for your bubbling face throughout the presentation. Very inspiring, informative presentation. With this, we will conclude the presentation. Thank you very much once again, sir. Thanks to all the participants. We will join in the afternoon session at 2:30 by Dr. Anita D on research article writing.
Yes,
So,
sir. And I would like to, sorry for the interruption. If
yes, sir,
anybody would
please.
like to connect with me, they can always connect with me in LinkedIn. I have given the LinkedIn link in the chat box. Just they can click and they can give a request. I will accept. Then we will have mutual connect for the further process. If they have any doubt, they need any support, any help, any advice, any directions, I can always personally, I can give it to them. So I can invite all the members in the forum to get connected with me in a LinkedIn. It is a kind request to please connect with me. I'm very happy to connect and help you. Yeah. Over to you, Doctor, please.
Yes, sir. I think participants are waiting for the LinkedIn connect in the
It
chat
is
box.
Yes, it is in chat box. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thanks to the guest speaker and thanks to all the participants. We
Yes.
shall close the section and
Yes,
we shall
thank
meet
you.
in the afternoon.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for your effective organization. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.